What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be comparing two dual camera phones, the Honor 6X and the Ulefone Gemini. The Honor 6X is a dual camera with 12 megapixel camera and 2 megapixel camera. The price as at present is $250, while the Ulefone costs almost half the price of the Honor 6X. The Ulefone costs $130 with 13 megapixel camera plus 5 megapixel camera. So I'm going to be comparing the video, the daylighting photos and the night mode photos. So let's get going, guys. Okay, guys, here is a video sample on both phones, like I mentioned earlier, that I'm going to be doing. Well, I can honestly say that looking at both of these phones side by side, they don't even represent the image I'm looking right in front of me. As you can see, it's quite really darker on the Ulefone and it's kind of brighter as always on the Huawei Honor 6X. Both phones have no optical image stabilization, but the Ulefone has electronic image stabilization, that's the EIS. So looking at this, let's compare the colors. I can honestly say it does focus very quickly on the Huawei. The Ulefone, I don't know, it does seems a little bit blurry. You know, all the images are very crisp and clear on the Huawei. But the Ulefone, just look at this flower. It's not focused. It takes a little bit time to detect an object to focus on. Let's move it closer to the micro object. Now you can see what I'm saying. You can see now it's focusing on the Ulefone, but the colors, if I were to give it to what I'm seeing on the screen right now, you know, I've not put this on the computer, so I can't really tell which one is representing which, but it does look much closer to the Huawei on the 6S. What I'm seeing right now, but you can't compare with the Ulefone. Do you know why? Because it costs twice as much. It costs less. It's just half the price of the Huawei. So Huawei costs twice as much as the Ulefone. So I still think somebody will still be happy with this kind of video quality. You can see. Let me move further closer. You can see what I'm saying. Yeah, you see. It focuses very quickly on the Huawei, but on the Ulefone now, it doesn't. And you can see it does the focus. Now it's focusing now. So that's just the downside of the camera. I'm just going to move around the park. Bear in mind, like I mentioned earlier, this phone is going to be very shaky. Both phones have no optical image stabilization, nothing of such on this phone. So you can't really get much for the price you're paying for. But I still think they worth the prices, you know. You know, you can't complain. They worth the prices. Look at that. This is a red flower. You can see what I'm saying here. See, on the Huawei it looks pinkish. On the Ulefone it looks more to red, but it's still not focusing. You know, I don't know how the Ulefone works. I'm guessing if you want to focus, you have to tap to focus on the Ulefone. But my fear is if you tap to focus on the Ulefone, okay, I'm going to tap to focus on the Ulefone. You can see the Huawei is already in focus. Now let me tap to focus. Yeah, that's it. You see, once you tap to focus, you have a kind of darker shade of color. You see, this is what I noticed while taking pictures too. You know, if you're focusing on the micro object, I don't know, I think it's the camera, the way they set up the camera. If you're focusing on the micro object, what you get is it turns the background to be more darker, you know. It's very dark in the background. Now you can see the Huawei is still focused. The Ulefone is now it's focused. So this is just a little bit of downside on both phones. You know, I still think the Huawei is doing a great job here. In my own opinion, I still think so. Here's another sample. Here's another sample. Okay, let me come here. You see, none of them at this point in time, none of them are even representing this flower. You know, the color is not as red as you find on the Ulefone, and it's kind of pinkish on the Huawei. So you know, what I'm just saying in this is you can't really complain with this kind of devices. To be honest, you're not expected to expect these flagship specs on this kind of devices. The Huawei is $250. The Ulefone is $130. So you can't really expect much. Just trying to focus on this. Yeah, this is cool. But still, I will still give it to the Huawei. Though it looks a little bit washed out. And don't forget, I might be wrong, you know. I think the Ulefone is doing a good job here. Because the Huawei looks a little bit washed out. If you look at the edges of the flower, you know, they're all washed out. But once you look at the Ulefone, you see what I'm saying? It still manages to reproduce the edges very well. So I think I was wrong earlier. The only problem you just have to keep remembering is if you want to focus on a micro object while using the Ulefone, you have to tap to focus. That's it. Once you tap, and this is what I find in most Chinese smartphone anyway. But once you tap to focus, it defocus once you move away. You know, all your object will be defocused. So now you can see what I'm saying. So you just have to tap again to focus. But that's not a big deal. If you need to keep doing that, for me it's not a big deal. So just walking around testing the optical image stabilization, but still think there's no optical image stabilization, so both one will fail on optical image stabilization. But I'm not sure yet until I put this on the computer to see how the phone looks, how the footage looks like, you know. So I think anybody that's got either of the phone will be happy with the camera quality, you know. That's my own opinion, you know. I think anybody would be happy with that. But to be honest, I don't think the Huawei produces almost double of the quality of the Ulefone. So if you're thinking of buying a dual camera and you're on the budget price, you know, you can't really afford much, you know, I think if you're looking at the Huawei and the Ulefone, which one to get, based on your budget, if you can afford the Huawei, you can go for it, because it's not just about the camera, it's about the software too. But if you can't and you consider getting the Ulefone, I still think it's a good option in my own opinion. So guys, I'm gonna be jumping into picture samples on both phones now. Thank you guys.
Spicy Jazzy.
So there you have it. In my opinion, I still think the Honor 6S win, but I don't see the price reflection here. I mean, if I were to judge by price and by how far the Honor 6S have won this battle, I mean, it doesn't reflect almost half the price. The Ulefone, what I understand, is a dual camera phone, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But I still appreciate the quality of the Ulefone considering the price. And anyone getting the Ulefone, I'm sure, will not regret the price, because it's still a good phone. I mean, it's not just about the dual camera. You get 3 GB of RAM, but this video is all about dual camera. So for all that under $130, I think is a good bargain for me. So thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you very much. I do appreciate your time, and I will see you when I make a new video. Bye. God bless.